long as they were not in your sport. Or actually, if they were in your sport, I see nothing shown.
It's usually the girls.
Aaron, so I will make sure to say something to Bob. So we have that.
Yeah. Good, Trina. How are you?
I didn't have girls.
Good.
Except 1 year.
Oh.
Summer good? So far?
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We need a motion to accept this consent agenda as order of business.
So moved.
Second.
Any debate? Okay. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
We need to approve the minutes of May 15th, 2018 Board of Education meeting. We need to approve the financial report of the period of June 1st, 2018 through May 31st, 2018. And we need to approve the bills for a period of June 1st, 2017 through May 31st, 2018 in the amount of $2,110,220.21.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Board District Leadership Team, legislative update.
Okay, we actually had no meeting this month. The things that are going on right now legislatively as far as education goes is the Blue Ribbon Commission, and they just continue to keep working. And from last I heard, there's a little bit of a stall in the progress because there's some disagreements and the two chair people moving forward, but I think they're working that through. So we're continuing to watch that, and we also did apply for the safety grant that the governor had put out, and we're waiting to see the results of that grant. So not a lot goes on in the summer for the legislators. So,
Okay. Thank you, Carrie. Summer Professional Development, Dan.
Yeah, so on an annual basis, we always track and we're part of and developing who's going to do what kind of professional development over summer, and the classes that are being taught through UWGB, workshops, summer curriculum writing that all the teachers are doing. And so I was just kind of going through all of that information and got spreadsheets of it and everything, and I thought, holy moly, we have a lot of people doing a lot of work in summer. And so I said, this would be a good thing to kind of mention to the group and talk about a little bit, because people always kind of wonder, and they ask teachers, what did you do in summer? What did you do with your time off in summer? So I thought I'd share what they do, at least for their professional development in summer, in terms of their curriculum writing and professional development. So there are a couple of big pushes that we're working on. Obviously, you know, we've got a resource that we're working with called Bridges Mathematics. We've got the Continuum, which is a literacy framework that people are learning about and understanding differently and building units off of. But there are other things. There are multiple other things that people are doing. You know, science teachers at the high school are working on developing their curriculum in their subject areas, but they're also prepping for different spaces and moving and all the rest of that for next year. And so that I'll just do a brief accounting of this and share it with you and the public to kind of let them know all of the work that goes on in summer. So this is not inclusive of everything by any means, but it's a pretty good snapshot of some of the big items and the hours that people are putting in summer. So in professional growth and curriculum writing, there are multiple different activities going on. There are also Parents as Teachers. Parents as Teachers is a program that helps our 4K teachers build relationships and have intentional conversations with parents about how they can help, how they can be involved, even before the kids come to school. We have 10 teachers that are spending 2 full days doing this during the course of the summer, and just like with our continuum, we've had new teachers come into the district that hadn't had the training before. Many of the veteran teachers have moved on. And so a lot of new teachers are spending 2 full days out of their summer doing that. We have teachers teaching college graduate classes. We have 8 teachers that are teaching, and we have 35 teachers enrolled, and those classes are full classes, and they're meeting on a regular basis a couple times a week, doing their college level work throughout the course of the summer. Subjects like literacy, social emotional health, different avenues of learning about pedagogy that they then employ the following year in their classroom. So a lot of that good work is going on. We have teachers planning and teaching workshops, not just the UWGB college courses, but doing workshops. And we have 4 teachers in particular that are already on the docket for workshops this summer, and they're engaging upwards of 45 teachers and 25 support staff. So it's not just the teachers that are working in summer, our support staff join in as well. And so they're working on things like literacy using the continuum model. They're learning about benchmark assessment. They're learning about trauma-informed care. And so those are all different versions of work that they're doing in summer. We just had last week 2 full days of work that was really fantastic. We had 45 teachers, all the administrators, for 2 full days back-to-back working on understanding the new resource for mathematics. And the teachers were asked in advance, and they wanted to get going right away so they could understand things better and start building units and things right away in the beginning of the summer so they could spend more time doing it. These are just the accounted for things. The example of the math is really pretty interesting because they wanted to start early, because you'll see them in the schools, you'll see them working together in groups just on their own, coming in just because they want to. Sometimes they come in and they want to build those units in advance. So they're doing a lot of great things. And then every summer we have curriculum hours that we put out a call. Anybody wants to work in summer, they can earn curriculum. They can earn personal days. They can earn some extra money in summer. But they are generally in topics, not generally, they're always in topics that are leading towards some of the goals for the buildings, but also for the goals that match up with the pillars and the strategic plan. You know, I just did an accounting of, just for the purpose of this exercise, the total number of hours that they're going to be spending on literacy and math in the elementary and middle school, and then just the total number of hours in general at the high school. I thought it'd be kind of interesting to find that out. So the total numbers of hours that in the 3 elementaries and Riverview and literacy are going to be 1,107 hours they're going to spend working on that. They're going to spend 505 hours. That doesn't include the 2 full days that 45 teachers already did last week in math. And the total hours that they're going to be spending on curriculum development this summer are 3,787, which accounts for, that's 95 total weeks that's an individual doing 95 weeks. That's how much time people are putting into not the first page of information. This is all just the curriculum stuff that on the curriculum side of the ledger, building units, creating activities, expanding, what the kids are going to get next year, leading towards their understanding of what they're learning in class. So it's a lot of work and time and effort and energy that our teachers and our support staff put in summer. And I thought, people ought to know this. And so I talked to Jamie as well, and we haven't done it in the past, but we're going to have her do a little article and use the numbers to let people know how much is happening in summertime. And I took some photos at the math workshop, and so you can put a couple of photos in there too. So anyway, that's what teachers do in summer.
Dan, do you put any of that data, does that show up in our report?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. There's a section in there about, it's on the curriculum development and the PD side of it.
And just the total hours that is spent in this district on curriculum development.
Yep.
Good, good.
Any more questions with that?
Thank you.
Wow, yeah, thanks.
Yep.
And moving on, we have Finance, Buildings, and Grounds. We need to consider the approval of the irrigation bid for the athletic field.
Yeah. As discussed the last committee of the whole meeting, we received 3 bids for the irrigation system. We are recommending to go with Milwaukee Lawn Sprinkler, and we are looking at selecting both alternate 1 and alternate 2 for these softball diamond and the practice fields for a total bid of $57,030. This project is being funded with 100% donated money to the district.
So we had discussed this in the committee of the whole meeting. We need a motion.
I move that we accept the bid for the
Milwaukee Lawn Sprinkler.
I'll
Okay.
second that.
Okay, is there any discussion on this? Does anybody have any more questions on this? And
No, I think maybe just the option 1 and 2 that we're also including, I know we discussed this at the committee of the whole, but those funds are coming from the Booster Club.
Booster Club,
correct.
right.
Yeah.
And of course, we will be paying for the water as it's been due, so.
Yes.
But yes, and we would like to thank the booster clubs of the school, of the high school. We're very appreciative of that.
As well as the anonymous donation that we accepted. I think it was January, February
In
this
that
year.
area, yeah.
That really helped a lot.
It kind of spurned the project, I think.
It did. It did. It did. Mhm.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Facility project update. Bob?
Well, the facilities committee, we actually meet tomorrow, so I have nothing to report from that standpoint, but I think Carrie can give us a little bit more insight as to what's going on,
Yeah.
just progress.
Yep, there's been a lot of work. We are doing our best to stick to our timeline, which is posted on the website right now. We're working on the design and the development stages of the high school at this point. All of the teams in the defined areas that we'll be working on have met multiple times to make sure that all of the things are in place and that it's what we need to be able to be practical and usable for our purposes. The designs are just about ready to go out to the engineers so that we can get them ready for bidding. The multi-purpose center is a priority right now because of the steel pricing, and so we are kind of focusing on that to hopefully get those prices locked in so that we don't worry about that going up. And presently we are on track with both our timeline and our budget, and hopefully we'll be able to start some of the projects late summer, early fall. So we'll meet tomorrow and continue to make progress on this. So.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we need to approve the gifts and the corresponding budget adjustments. Carrie?
Yep, we have a donation of $518.34 from Johnsonville, providing breakfast for the 180 program for students in Plymouth High School. A donation of $112.88 from Inspire Sheboygan County for student transportation at Plymouth High School. A donation of $135.96 from Riverview Middle School Student Council for student transportation to Generations Intergeneration Center. A donation of $302.50 from the Journalism Club at Plymouth High School for student transportation to UW Oshkosh. A donation of $578.57 from the We Act Club at Plymouth High School for student transportation to the Allstate Arena. A donation of $899.02 from Fairview Elementary School PTO for student transportation to the Capitol and the Mount Mary Burston Hall. And a donation of $265.08 from Parkview PTK for student transportation to Maywood and the Above and Beyond Museum. I would recommend that we accept them and their corresponding budget adjustments with thank yous.
So we need a motion for this?
I make a motion, we accept those donations with many thanks.
Second.
Is there any other discussion? Except for we thank everyone for donating this money to the school district.
Oh, yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then we go to policy. We'll need a motion to start off to waiver the actual reading of the policies.
I move that we waive the reading of the policies.
I'll
Second.
that.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. We have to approve the second reading of the Neola policy of volume 27, number 1. We need to approve the reading of the Neola policy health and wellness 8510. We need to approve the second reading of the Neola policies and special updates. So we need a corresponding motion for approval.
I move that we approve all of these policies.
Okay.
I second that.
Okay, is there any discussion on this? And again, we had discussed this a great deal of these during our committee of the whole meeting over the period of time, so that the audience knows that this has been discussed and discussed among us prior to this meeting. So, is there any other discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Okay, then we need to consider approval of Plymouth School District's membership renewal to the WIAA for the 2018 and 2019 school year.
Yep, this is a yearly thing that we do. We have to have our approval in by August 1st, and this is just to renew our membership so that our students can compete at the WIAA level, and there are no dues associated with this.
Okay.
Then I move we approve our WIAA membership for the 2018-2019 school year.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? Aye.
Related to that, I saw that Sheboygan South is going to pull out of their conference. Do we got the freedom to do something like that? No? I mean, we weren't too happy with the way our conference was aligned.
You do, as long as, but then you're completely on your own as far as scheduling and games, and you have to go all of that on your own
It's
for
not
all
like
the
you can
different
just
sports.
join another conference.
You're right.
Become a Notre Dame.
Championship.
Right. They won't let you in
Okay.
anywhere else, and you won't be approved to go in anywhere else either. So you're going to be you're like Notre Dame, yeah. You're on your own.
And
Just
again,
Sheboygan South did.
yeah.
They're talking about doing it because
Oh.
they get beat up in their conference so badly.
I think they're just trying to create leverage.
All right.
Okay. Moving on, this is a period of public participation. I don't think anybody signed up to participate. So we'll go advance to the board liaison reports. Community Ed, Sally.
We met last week. Jamie came in and talked to us from Community Ed about the e-newsletter that goes out once a month. And it's a huge emailing to the community. If you're not on it, call Community Ed and ask to get on it, because you find out a lot of stuff that's going on at Community Ed. Also, their Community Ed is on Facebook, so you can follow them there. The course guide actually goes in the mail, not only to Plymouth, but it goes to Elkhart Lake and Sheboygan Falls. And anybody is welcome to come and use Community Ed. You do not have to be part of the Plymouth School District. Jamie also shared with us about the Plymouth Info Hub, which we've talked about in the past, about all the organizations coming together, football, soccer, baseball, anything that's up in the community, to have one place to go for it. So the Community Ed, school district, chamber, city is still working out the little details on it, but they do hope to have it up and running by this fall, so that when people move to the area and it's like, where do you find out information about this or that? So they'll have one place to go.
Okay.
Talked about the time that we'd met before about the city. What are they missing? What do they need? And of course, with Charlie Hansen being on it, he felt that pickleball courts were missing in Plymouth, that we needed more since he loves it so much. But if anybody has input on what we need, because Plymouth only has one tennis court down on 67. And what else would people be interested in the city looking into? Call the city and let them know. We talked about maybe somehow taking a survey. If anybody has suggestions on how to do that. Somebody talked about just putting boxes out with a little questionnaire that people can drop their suggestions in. Otherwise, call City Hall.
Okay.
We also have going on tomorrow night a pre-movie here at the high school at 7 p.m. You can show up. It is called The Greatest Showman. We also have a class coming up called Composting with Worms. That will be Wednesday, June 27th from 6 to 7:30. There's room in that. There's a dog obedience class for children ages 5 to 14. That will be held Wednesday nights, July 18th through August 20th from 5:30 to 6:15. So there's stuff going on. Any questions?
You were saying that people who are interested in expanding the tennis court should be calling the city?
If people feel that the tennis courts there are too busy and they can't get on and they wish that there were more tennis courts, call and talk to the city.
Okay.
And let them know.
Is it tennis or is it pickleball?
Well, we don't have any pickleballs besides at Generations.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Because I've had,
if people feel like they would be interested in pickleball at some of the city parks, call the city and let them know.
Oh.
I've had some graduates of Plymouth High School, recent graduates, and young people asking about having more tennis courts available in the community and through the school system, and I told them to talk with community ed, not to talk. But I don't know. I'll refer them back to the city for that.
Kathy, are those tennis courts open, the high school tennis courts open for use during the summer?
Yes.
They're not locked,
They are.
so all those
Yeah.
tennis courts here at the high school are available.
Yeah, that's why the people were asking for more tennis courts.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, when the city did some projects, we lost tennis courts. The city lost tennis courts at City Park. And
Okay.
so the only one that we really have is down by the cow. But,
Right.
you know, for example, up here at the high school, we do have a league that plays in the morning here at the high school that arranges it through us. But, yeah. And so as pickleball is growing, people are talking about that and tennis and what are our needs. So,
Okay.
yeah.
But I'll refer them to the city instead of you,
Well,
or both of you.
You know,
We try to work together as much as
we
possible.
do, and we've talked about sending a survey out on recreational,
Yeah.
so
Can you play
Okay.
pickleball on a tennis court?
if you've got the right lines drawn on it,
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably way wider.
yeah.
But they do pare them down at the sports court. They do play pickleball on the tennis courts. They just put cones and stuff up to change the lines and things.
Okay, let's move on to the foundation, Bob. You just talked about it?
Well, foundation, yes. No, they met last week. I was out of town last week, so I was unable to attend. So I don't know, between Jamie
But, yeah.
and
Carrie, I
Carrie,
think
were you guys?
I have a few things. They're still doing the Canes flower card sale. I think C. Dan Francis. That goes till the end of June.
Till the end of June.
I think they're $20, and basically you get it's like a bouquet of flowers of the month club type thing where you go down and they give you a bouquet, and the proceeds go to the foundation scholarship fund. The grants were released in May, as well as the scholarship for the students' night. That went very well. We had a lot of scholarships. Was, I hear, relatively speedy and efficient, and everyone
Yeah.
seemed very, very happy with that.
They were.
Party with a Purpose, that's on track for November of this year at the White House. They're in the process of collecting donations of money as well as auction items to put things together for that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they are looking for nominations for, and I forgot what the name of the award is, the Mark Ryan.
The Spirit of Innovation.
The Spirit of Innovation Award. So you can go on to the foundation's website, and they should have a form on there which outlines the requirements and of the qualifications of the person that, if you'd like to submit someone for that award. And I think they haven't set a final date on it, but it'll be somewhere around September, the end of September, for submissions for that.
Did a great job.
I had to think hard
You did a
on
great job.
what we went
Oh,
over.
that's, you guys didn't talk about pickleball, though?
We didn't. We didn't talk about pickleball.
Just
So-
checking, yeah.
Anything else, Carrie? I can't think of
No,
anything
you
else.
did. You did very well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You did well. Of course, that wasn't bad, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Jamie, you have another opportunity.
Okay, continuing to talk.
Family Resource Center.
All right. Just a bunch of things going on. Again, Bubble Man was a huge success. They had a great time there. Over 200 people showed up for that, and it was very an innovative presentation. Everyone seemed to enjoy it, parents and children alike. So we'll see if he's invited back again sometime in the future. Fire station, that is going to be August 8th. And that will be, they've determined it'll be at Sheboygan Fire Station number 3. That's at 1326 North 25th Street. They are asking for a $5 per family donation payable by August 1st, so contact the Family Resource Center to sign up for that. There's going to be tours and all sorts of activities at the fire station for that. Also, July 10th, that's a little sooner, the Come Move With Me, and that's going to be put on by it's Creative Movement class at Brittany's School of Dance, and that's in Plymouth. And the kids will learn early math concepts and spatial awareness, all while dancing, playing games, and participating in activities. Who knows, maybe your children will be on one of those great shows we have on TV, So You Think You Can Dance someday, and you can say they started right here at Come Move With Me. Again, that's $5 per family, payable by July 3rd, and that's from 10:30 a.m. to 11 at Brittany's School of Dance in Plymouth. Let's see, what else? The usual Little Movers and Shakers, that's, I guess it's not Shakers, Little Movers Play Group, second Wednesdays of the month. The Learners is the first and third Wednesdays of the month, and again, at the Generation Center. And it's kind of an interesting, if you ever have a chance to go on the Family Resource, Sheboygan.org website, they have some really interesting things. And in honor of fathers, they had an article. It wasn't necessarily in honor of fathers, but it's something you fathers will enjoy hearing, that they've done a study that children benefit more from their father reading to them at bedtime than their mothers. New research has found. Because fathers ask different questions and stimulate their children's minds in a different way. So you fathers, get on board, read to your children at night. They did this study after a year, and they found that that the fathers reading to them was more intellectually stimulating, apparently. So there you go, dads.
Imagine that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Being a hardware man.
Makes sense.
Comes along with the Y chromosome.
Is that what it is? Yeah, okay. And then, of course, you can find a lot of this information on the Family Resource Sheboygan.org. If you need to answer or would like to speak to someone, the phone number is 920-892-6706. Also, they're always looking for anyone. If you know someone, if you are someone that would like to learn English, they have tutors available. If you're interested in being a tutor, they do provide training. Please call that number. They would be most appreciative. And of course, if you have any other donations, monetary or otherwise, that you'd like to provide to them, they would also be happy to take that. And that's all I have to say.
Wow. Thank you. Great.
Well, thank you very much, Jamie. And we'll proceed on to item number D, Professional Development Council. Richard.
I'm still just amazed by the nearly 2 years' worth of work that our teachers are putting with. Dan talked about 95 weeks. 2 years of work in one summer that's being accomplished. So that's just amazing. But our own professional development here as a school board, we've identified community engagement as the area that we want to focus in on and that we want to get better at. And in particular, trying to assist students who are not being successful because of probably a lot of stuff that's happening outside of their school setting, which then makes that really a community issue. And looking to figure out ways that we can engage our whole community in helping the kids, the children who are not being very successful, become successful. And so we want to get better at that. We want to learn more ways we can do that and how we can involve our community. We've got some models, I understand, down in Port Washington, just south of us, have kind of blazed away, and we'll be learning from them. But it's the area of professional development that we as a school board want to do that will benefit the school system and our community as a whole. So we look forward to that.
And also, if I can just kind of tail off that a little bit, the presentation that we received from our high school principal at the Committee of the Whole meeting with the hopefully new alternative ed program that we are hopefully going to be implementing here at the high school. We really want to take a tribe approach to that where we, have as much of our community involved to help with, some of the needs that we have with our students and get them connected to the community. So I think that that's very exciting.
Well, thank you, Richard. Now, moving on to the personnel items, I think what we're going to do is break this, because every one of these items are going to need approval by us, and we'll break them down into groups A, B, C, D, and E, and then we'll look for an approval on that one. Then F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, and P will need a separate approval on that one. And then Q, R, and S, Q and R, that'll be separate approvals on that one, because we may have some discussion on any one of these if there's any discussion. So we'll start off with that first, Carrie, if you would.
Sure, and this would be the retirement/resignation. So the board will consider the resignation request from Sarah Sadman, guidance counselor at Plymouth High School, effective at the end of the 2017-18 school year. The board will consider the resignation request of Brenda Schwaller, fourth grade teacher at Fairview Elementary School, effective at the end of the you know what? Let me tell you, Sarah served the school district for 2 years. Brenda Schwaller served the school district for 2 years. And the board will consider the resignation request from Abigail Price, reading specialist at Horizon Elementary School, effective at the end of the 2017-18 school year. Abigail has served Plymouth School District for 6 years. The board will consider the retirement request from James Minen, special education teacher at Plymouth High School, effective at the end of the 2017-18 school year. And James has served the Plymouth School District for 20 years. And the board will consider the retirement request of Lisa Keys, our teacher at the Plymouth High School, effective at the end of the 2017-18 school year. Lisa has served the Plymouth School District for 25 years.
So we need a motion for these?
I make a motion we accept the resignations of all the above individuals, with many thanks.
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion on this part? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Okay.
So now our principals have been very busy, and we have some contracts to approve. First of all, the board will consider a 100% contract for Sonora Stout to teach 8th grade at Riverview Middle School beginning the 2018-19 school year. Sonora received her bachelor's degree from Brigham Young University, and this will be Sonora's first year of teaching. The board will consider approval of a 100% contract for Amanda Parks to teach 5th grade at Riverview Middle School beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Amanda received her bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin. This will be Amanda's first year of teaching. The board will consider approval of a 100% contract for Courtney Greenwald to teach 4th grade at Parkview Elementary School beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Courtney received her bachelor's degree from the University of Whitewater, and this will be Courtney's first year of teaching. The board will consider a 100% contract for Jennifer Noster, a special education teacher at Fairview Elementary School beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Jennifer received her bachelor's degree from the University of Oshkosh, and this will be Jennifer's 12th year of teaching. The board will consider a 100% contract for Heaven Elliott to teach German at Plymouth High School beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Heaven received her bachelor's degree from the University of La Crosse, and this will be Heaven's first year of teaching. Board will consider approval of a 100% contract for Kellen Warner to teach 6th grade at Riverview Middle School beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Kellen received his bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin Parkside. This will be Kellen's first year of teaching. The board will consider approval of a 100% contract of Ryan Krippendorf to teach art at Plymouth High School beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Ryan received his bachelor's degree from the University of Milwaukee. This will be Ryan's 8th year of teaching. The board will consider approval of a 100% contract for Shane Smith to teach physical education and health at Plymouth High School, beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Shane received his bachelor's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh, and this will be Shane's second year of teaching. And the board will consider approval of a 100% contract for Ingrid Polinsky to teach special education at Riverview Middle School, beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Ingrid received her bachelor's degree from the University of Stevens Point, and this will be Ingrid's first year of teaching. The board will consider approval of a 100% contract for Colleen Schultz to teach English Language Arts at Plymouth High School, beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Colleen received her bachelor's degree from the University of Milwaukee, and this will be Colleen's first year of teaching. And finally, the board will consider the approval of a 100% contract for Elizabeth Smith to teach special education at Riverview Middle School, beginning with the 2018-19 school year. Elizabeth received her bachelor's degree from the University of Whitewater, and this will be Elizabeth's first year of teaching.
Okay, thank you, Carrie.
You bet.
So we need a motion for all these.
I move that we approve all these contracts.
I'll second that.
Okay, is there any discussion on any of this?
Could you repeat that?
Well, we can if you really want to.
No. I'll read it.
You have to amend the motion, though. Okay. Just
There are a lot of first-years.
Yeah, the teacher with the 12 years of teaching, is that in this district, or is she had 12 years experience teaching?
Jennifer Noster.
Oh, Jennifer Noster.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and see where that was. Typically, SchBd, that's right.
Okay. So I was just asking if it was within the district, if she was teaching, with a, okay. Is there any other questions?
Krippendorf, is that one of our
It
alumni?
is an alumni. Yes, it is.
Any other questions? All in favor? Aye. Okay, Carrie, I think we ought to
Q?
do Q once, and then we'd go to R, and then stop at Q, and then we'd go to R. Okay.
So for Q is the consideration of the implementation of the district's final offer for the 2018-19 collective bargaining agreement with the Plymouth Education Association and ratification of that agreement. So the board will distribute an amount equal to 2.6 of the total compensation of all returning district teachers for the 2017-18 school year as supplemental discretionary compensation to the district teachers for the 2018-19 school year, in each case to be allocated according to the district's career and compensation model. The board will consider implementation of the district's final offer concerning total base wages for the 2018-19 school year, 0% across the board, and ratification of the corresponding collective bargaining agreement. So there is a suggested motion below. You really don't need to read all of it, but it basically is just saying that given the board will distribute the 2.6 according to the career and compensation model, that someone would need to move to implement the district's final offer to the Plymouth Education Association concerning total base wages for the 2018-19 school year of 0% across the board and ratification of the corresponding collective bargaining agreement.
I move that we distribute that amount equal to 2.6% to all of the district teachers.
Just a
Well,
second.
the average.
No,
That's
that's
an
not.
average.
No, all you need to do is to move for the district's final offer. The 2.6% of the supplementary discretionary is something you already had approved.
And that's what I did.
Okay.
That's what
All
I
right.
wanted to
Great.
do.
That's what he meant.
Yeah, that's what I
All right.
That's what he meant to do.
All right.
Okay.
And I'll second that.
Okay. Now, is there any discussion on this? Part of the Personnel Committee, we talked to the committee on whole and informed of all the information regards.
Okay.
Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Okay. Then we'll do item number R.
So for R, consider approval of district leadership team salaries, 2018-19 school year. The board will consider approval of a 2.6 administrative salary pool increase for the 2018-19 school year to be distributed based on the discretion of the superintendent and the Board of Education according to the district's administrative career and compensation model. And the suggested motion is such as what I just stated. Don't
I
need
make
to
a motion
repeat it.
that we approve 2.6% for the administrative team.
Second.
Okay, is there any further discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then we'll go to S, the support staff updates.
Yep, we have Claire Irby, school secretary at Fairview Elementary School, who submitted her retirement. Claire has served the Plymouth School District for 46 years. I know, isn't that pretty amazing? I know.
Have you ever had anybody serve longer than that?
I don't know. I can't remember that anyone has. That is just amazing.
I know she'll be missed a lot.
She will.
She was a wonderful.
She is a wonderful person, isn't she? Yes. Catherine Peterson, special education aide at Parkview Elementary School, has submitted her retirement. Catherine has served the school district for 5 years. Stephanie Zamora, special education aide at Fairview Elementary School, has submitted her resignation. Stephanie has served the Plymouth School District for 1 year. Cassidy Bolt, special education aide at Fairview Elementary School, has submitted her resignation. Cassidy has served the Plymouth School District for 1 year. Emily Konovich, special education aide at Fairview Elementary School, submitted her resignation. Emily has served the Plymouth School District for 1 year. And Rose Lensmeyer, server cook at Fairview Elementary School, has submitted her resignation. Rose has served the Plymouth School District for 14 years. And Rose has come back. She had earlier retired, and then she came back and just missed us, I guess, and now she's ready to be done. So Rose is a wonderful person, too, and we'll miss her. So,
Okay. Thank you, Carrie, on that. And we have a travel request.
Yes, tonight the board will consider out-of-state travel for Todd Williams, Plymouth High School business education teacher, to take students to Baltimore, Maryland, to participate in the 2018 FBLA National Leadership Conference on June 28, 2018 to July 1, 2018. This trip does align with school policy, and the cost will be paid for by parents, students, and through fundraising.
Okay.
Any idea how many students are going to?
Need a motion.
5, I believe. No, I'm sorry.
I make a motion that we approve the out-of-state travel request from Todd Williams for the FBLA.
Second.
Okay, now, yes.
Okay.
Yep, this would be 5 students, I believe.
About 5?
Yeah, approximately.
Very good.
Yep, 5.
5.
Yes.
Any other-
I thought, not 20, but 5. Yes.
Any other questions? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. There's nobody on the consent agenda. The president's report's going to be kind of short, too. I just wanted to remind people on the WIAA membership, we will continue to be members of this organization, and as a member, we have a right to call for a constitutional convention if the people in this district feel that we are being infringed upon by the WIA. At this time, we don't, so there's no need to call for that, but that is the only way we can change the rules. In the WIA, they accept any money from the state, and it's all on us to, on the members to change the rules. So I just wanted to inform everybody of that, because we fear when school starts again and football starts again and cheerleading and all these things start again, I'm sure there's going to be some people that will complain. So those are the rules. If we want to change the WIA, we have to do it that way. Okay, that's it. The end of the president report.
All right, and I have some staff and student accomplishments. First of all, girls soccer won the ECC Conference Championship as well as the WIAA Regional Championship. Cade Canellis qualified and finished 19th at the WIAA Division I State Golf Championship. The Plymouth Golf team was named All-State Academic as a team finishing 3rd overall in the state in Division I with a team GPA of 3.84. And that was going to be a press release. I'm not sure if it has gotten out there yet, but I saw that it came through as a press release. Also, the track team qualified 5 individuals for the WIAA State Track Meet: Mason Gill, Lauren Robb, Emily Levine, Cece Hoon, and highlighted by 2nd place finish for Jackson Schermacher in the pole vault. So at a state level, a 2nd place finish. And I believe that was wasn't it a best time too, or a best?
His best height, 14.9 was his best height of the year he got at the state tournament. Yep.
Yep.
Wow, that's
yep,
great.
Yep.
That's hot.
Yep.
That's high.
And the Plymouth Trap Shooting Club actually had 5 students who were champs at the Mayville Club League: Laura Bear, Brianna Kober, Luke Gazer, and Evan Ladwig, and Eddie Risto. And then also qualifying for nationals in the Plymouth Trap Shooting Club are Laura Bear, Brianna Kober, Bryce Ladwig, Evan Ladwig, and Eddie Risto. We also received a nice thank you note from Ronald McDonald House for the donation of $1,210, which was raised during the Plymouth Police Department versus the Plymouth staff basketball game, which was wonderful. And we had 4 Riverview students who qualified for the middle level honors choir: Carson Anholt, Miriam Fabian, Micah Falk, Tanis Sator, and Catherine Rauscher. And this means that they will perform at the Music Teachers Convention in October, and they competed with over 1,000 other students.
Wow.
So that was pretty amazing. Upcoming events: June 20th is a facility subcommittee meeting. June 4th is no schools. No summer school because of 4th of July. July 4th is no summer school because of 4th of July. July 9th is the next committee of the whole meeting at 5 p.m. in the boardroom. July 17th is a Board of Education meeting at 5:30 in the Plymouth Amphitheater here. July 20th is when summer school ends. And mark your calendars for July 26th because it is German night in City Park, and our PHS students will be performing. So that's always an awesome evening to be able to attend. So that's all that I have.
Well, thank you, Carrie.
Yeah.
Now we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.